Hi, I'm Chloe with Green Acres Nursery and Supply, and today I want to talk about 5 tips for planting your fall veggies this season. So my first tip is healthy plants start with great soil. Even if you did a really great soil for your last crop, you're still going to want to reintroduce the nutrients that were soaked up by your last veggies for your new crop. So I'd recommend something like an organic compost to add nutrients to your soil, a manure, or we sell a really great raised bed mix by E.B. Stone that has all the nutrients in it already that your veggies are going to need. Tip number 2 would be you're going to want to use fertilizer at your transplant stage and throughout the whole growing phase of your fall crop. We sell a really great fertilizer for transplant called Sure Start that's going to help absorb any shock when you do transplant your plants into the soil. And then throughout the rest of the season, we also have a vegetable and tomato food that's going to be good for anything edible that you're growing. It'll have all the nutrients already in it. You can just sprinkle it on the soil, water it in, and you're good to go, maybe once a month or so. Tip number 3 would be you always want to rotate your crops. Meaning that if you planted lettuce in one spot last year, you're not going to want to plant lettuce in that same spot again. You're going to want to move it over and do a different crop in that spot, because whatever nutrients the lettuce needs is all sucked up from last year, and it's going to be able to get the nutrients it needs in another spot, whereas maybe you want to put a kale in that spot and it can use different nutrients. Tip number 4 that's especially important for your fall veggies is you're going to want to plant in succession. That means you don't want to plant all your lettuces at the same time. These veggies aren't going to be continually harvestable like tomatoes and peppers are, where you can just pick a couple, come back the next day and have more. Lettuces and other fall veggies, broccoli, kale, spinach, they're all going to be kind of cut and come again, which means you harvest it pretty much one time and then have to wait another period of time before they're harvestable. So say you bought a 6-pack of lettuce. I would recommend planting one cell one day and then waiting 7 to 10 days to plant the next one, and continue on that way. So throughout the growing season, you always have a plant that is harvestable. And then tip number 5, always have fun with it, and I always recommend trying something new every season. You never know what your new favorite's going to be until you try it. I try to do something new every year. This year I'm going to do a cool rainbow carrot mix that I've never tried. It looks super yummy, and even if you don't like it, at least it was fun. Alright guys, I hope these tips were helpful for you today. If you have any other questions, feel free to visit us at any one of our locations, and our staff will be happy to answer any of those for you.